Hello, dear students. Welcome to this first lesson of the chapter Algorithms. Today, we are just going to introduce algorithms as a definition and the characteristics of a good algorithm. Okay, let's proceed. An algorithm is defined as a finite sequence of explicit instructions that, when provided with a set of input values, produces an output and then terminates. Okay, that is a definition, the simplest definition you can have about an algorithm. The text that are in red are just there to give you what highlight the definition of an algorithm. Finite sequence of explicit instructions, input values, output, and then it terminates. That is, after producing the result or providing the solution it was meant for, the algorithm has to end. Or an algorithm can still be defined as an effective procedure for solving a problem in a finite number of steps. So you see that in this other one, we have effective procedure and we have finite number of steps, which is very important. An algorithm must have a finite number of steps. And in the first definition, we said it is a finite sequence of explicit instruction. That is, the instructions are explicit. In the second one, we said it's an effective procedure, meaning that what it is a procedure that we are sure about its steps. So those are the two definitions you can have about an algorithm. Okay, an algorithm must be well defined and not vague. That is, with clearly communicated steps that could be understood and replicated by anyone, not just the original designer. What are we trying to say here? When you conceive an algorithm to solve a particular solution, you should not be the only one to understand that particular algorithm, because by so saying it's not going to be an algorithm to be considered. Take for example the algorithm we are using to solve a quadratic equation. We have factorization, we have completing the square, we have using the formula method, and each of them were created hundreds of years ago, but we are still using them today because they are effective algorithms. They can be understood and replicated by anyone. Okay, now below are the characteristics of a good algorithm. One, input. An algorithm has zero or more input. You can have an algorithm that takes in input as well as you can have an algorithm that takes zero input. Let me take an example. Algorithm that is used for the street lights, it does not take an input, but it performs a particular function. During the day, the light goes off. During the night, the light turns on. Or we can equally have other algorithms that are just there to perform a specific function like displaying a particular message. Such algorithms do not take an input. So take note, an algorithm must or can take zero or more input. Another one, unambiguous steps. A good algorithm should be unambiguous. That is, each step should be clear in all aspects and must lead to only one meaning. Take for example, if I'm writing an algorithm, like the question we always see in mathematics that they say calculate the area of the shaded region. Somebody will tell you calculate the first area, calculate the second area, then the area of the shaded region is area 1 minus area 2. Now, you as a student, you will know area 1, what does it mean? Area 2, what does it mean? So at that level, somebody can perform the differences in the two area and have a negative value, and at the end he will say he applied the algorithm, and at the end he does not have the desired answer. So the steps must be ambiguous. The step must not should not be unambiguous. So in order to correct the problem I just mentioned, one will say calculate the area of the bigger shape, area 1. Calculate the area of the smaller shape, area 2. Area of shaded region is area 1 minus area 2. By so saying, the student will know that area 1 is for the larger shape, area 2 is for the smaller one. Then to obtain the area of the shaded region, it is area 1 minus area 2. That is what this term means. An algorithm must not have sorry, an algorithm must have unambiguous steps. Yes, it must have unambiguous steps. Next, finiteness. An algorithm must be finite, that is, it should terminate after a finite time. That is it. When we will be proceeding with this chapter, we are going to see some factors that affect a particular algorithm to be chosen in preference of other algorithms. Okay, that's all about finiteness. We also have effectiveness. A good algorithm consists of basic instructions that are realizable. That is, instruction can be performed by using the given input in a finite amount of time. That is what we meant by effectiveness. The instruction have to be basic and must be realizable. Yes, you should not put an instruction that is not feasible. Next, output. A good algorithm produces at least one output. Always. A good algorithm produces at least one output. The output can either be a value, it can either be a solution to the problem it is solving. And lastly, feasible. An algorithm must be simple, generic, and practical such that it can be executed with available resources. This point might be considered to be similar to effectiveness. That what we mean by feasible. So these are the basic characteristics of a good algorithm. See you in the next lesson where we shall be introducing the representation of algorithms. Okay guys, see you in the next class.